Hey YouTube, it's BlazingCast13 with my first YouTube video, which will be a deck profile of my Evols, and I'll begin the YouTube video now. If you want explanations for some of my own twists of the deck, just comment. I want 3 Najashos, help me so much. I like it. A lot of people are on 2 now, because El Gennaro and stuff, but I'm sticking with my 3 and no El Gennaro. This is my proxy for Westflow. I run 3 Westflows, pretty standard, need them, heart of the deck, draw out your Evilsars. Twist of mine, Serato, I run 2 of each of my Evilsars because it's a lot more consistent to me and it helps me out. Plus it prevents a lot of dead draws. I run 2 Diplo, he's like a free MST and I use him, Serato or Volcano. If I have a mind control and my opponent has a level 4, I'll just do that. If it's early in the duel, and get out my Utopia or another rank 4, which could really help and change a duel. I run 2 Volcano. This is like my Monster Reborn, my Evilsars, when special by Evil Tile. Gets out my rank 4s and possibly a higher rank if needed. And in a very unique situation. I run 2 Valors. Pretty standard, just help. This is my proxy for Valor. I play unlimited resources, so those are the only proxies I run. I run 2 Elias, just helps me get out my rank 6s, and sometimes 2 Xyz monsters in 1 turn. Very helpful in my opinion. I like to run it. I'm probably not going to change that. I run 2 Dorminos, really helpful when it comes to getting my level 3 Evil Tiles to rank 5 when special summoned by its effect early in a duel, and easy to get my rank 5s out with. I run 2 Lagosutros, another twist of my deck. Very helpful in my opinion. Searches out my Evil Tile Najasho, and I can Evil Force that quickly, or I could just search out another one of him to get out a rank 3. Very helpful. Last monster of the deck Gores, pretty standard stuff, battle damage, special summon token, etc. I run 3 Evo Force, really helpful, can't run the deck without them, just needed, it's so standard. If you want to know why, which I don't think anyone really does, just look at other deck profiles. I run 3 MST. I like 3, it's consistent, it blows up back rows pretty quick, and I like to prevent my opponent from doing a lot of things. I use this as a control deck, so this is just needed in my opinion. I don't like running 2, it's just not helpful. I like running 3 of these in a lot of my decks that I use. So, just pretty standard to me. 2 Econs, I usually use this to tribute a Najasho with, and then special summon, or I will use this to prevent myself from taking battle damage. 2 Diversities, a little twist of mine. I find it inconsistent to run 3. It's too, like, preventing it. It doesn't help too much, but I like it. Avarice, pretty standard. Get Westlows and stuff back in. More Evilsars. I mean, more Evilzars. 1 Mind Control, I think you can't run this deck without it. It's just so helpful. I love it. It really helps me. I use this to my advantage so much nowadays. It just helps too much. Heavy Storm, I love this card. Blows up back rows, but I find MST so much better because your opponent is more likely to judgment this card. Or Starlight Rotate. Book of Moon, pretty standard. Prevents a lot of things. Helps a lot, prevents game losses, and I could use this on a Westflow once in Blue Moon, but not really something I do. 1 Monster Reborn, pretty standard. I use this to get Xyz and powerful monsters on the field. Darkhold, just in case my opponent swarms the field, pretty standard again. Another twist of mine, Macrocosmos. Since a lot of my cards don't need to be in the graveyard, except for Volcano's ability, I'll run 2 of these in my main deck. It prevents Dragon Casts, somewhat Dragon Cast, somewhat Inzectors, and a lot of other things. So just very helpful, and I could live with it. 2 Compulsive Acts, Love these things, help me in duels so much nowadays. I just bounce monsters back, and it prevents me from taking a lot of damage and other consequences throughout a duel by misfiring. And one torrential. This deck kind of swarms, so I only run one, but it's also good to prevent enemies from swarming. It's like my second dark hole in a way. Very helpful. I think that siding one could be dangerous, but I might do it. I've seen a lot of deck profiles and evols where people run one and side one, and I'm thinking about doing that. I've did it before, but it hasn't helped too much. Now for the extra deck. I do one Leviathan Dragon for my spare rank 3s, or if I'm mind control rank 3, just very helpful. The attack, it's used as a beat stick for my purpose. One Utopia just to increase my mind control rank for a level 4 for my opponent's side of the field, or if I really need to use it. Just helpful again. One Utopia Ray, use this for like less than 1,000 life point situations. Used to deal heavy damage, very helpful, but it could also be a very risky move if you ask me. Illustragia, I'm gonna run 2, but I can only afford 1 right now. I'm trying my best to get cards like this. They're kind of expensive for me, since I play on very limited resources, and I use money for food as well when I go to my locals, so I've only got 1 right now. Some of the more expensive cards I run I've pulled, but most of them I've bought and really waited for a lot of the others. One Dolka, I was so lucky enough to pull this. I was saving a lot of money for it in summer, but I was able to spend money that I saved because I pulled this thing. I'm only going to run 1 because it's expensive, and I only feel like you need 1. I've seen people run 2. This card to me is just like another Veiler, so if you run 2 Veilers, to me, you only need 1 of these. Tiras, oh my goodness, helps out so much, but I use 2 rank 5 Zenmouth and Tiras. Zenmouth, my opponent is stuff like this. Like, if I know my opponent only has 1 back row and I have 1 back row, I'm probably going to use his effect just to blow it up, and it'll be very helpful, so I'll use that. Tiras, pretty standard. Attack, then end of battle phase pop, usually a back row for me, if it hasn't already been negated by the prisoner or whatever. And this card's very helpful. Last Dixie's monster, Solda. Right now I don't have any synchros, but I'm probably gonna get like Brionic and stuff. But Solda, I love this card. I'm trying to get a Strike Bouncer 2 for options of rank 6s, but Solda to me is just so helpful. It easily gets out those. It easily prevents those special summons that cause swarming. I love it so much. Helps me out. I can't run the deck with that, in my opinion. For the extra deck, it's not much, but it's helpful. I run 2 King Tigers because they help me prevent like Dino Rabbit from occurring so easily, and Inzektors, because Dragonflies can go. So a lot of the decks that start with low attack monsters aren't going to be able to, because King Tiger prevents normal summoning or special summoning of monsters with 1400 or below. In my opinion, it's a tech. I like to run it. It's handy, but I've used it in locals. It's helped me stop Dino Rabbit for a few turns, and sometimes I can exceed these, but I don't usually side 2. I'll usually side 1, but 2 if I really need to. Grand Mole, not permanent, but it's good for now. It's a good side. It's helped me against Dino Rabbit. It's stalled. I might keep it, but it's really a stall card to me, and I don't like stalling, so. Victoria, I'm gonna get another one of these. It's only like $1. I just haven't been able to find a person who has it for trade, but I've loved this card. It's so helpful. I've only used it once, but that one time caused me a win, so I'm gonna continue to run it. 2 Chalice, negates Inzektors, a lot of effects, prevents swarming, prevents Dino Rabbit. I just use this because it's a negated effect. I'm not going to use it on something, or I might rarely but possibly use it on a monster of my own to top over another. Primordial Soup, I use it because it's a redraw. It's just helpful in my opinion. I used to main it, but now I just don't have the room, so I'm going to side it. Only 1. And the last card of my side deck is called the Haunted. Just bring back like Najasho, Evil Force It, or bring back level 4 the Nixies. Just a very helpful card to me, but that's all I can do with it. Not too much I can do anymore with it. I'm only going to side one. It's pretty good, but it doesn't work too well. It works well in the deck, but there are other cards I prefer, but I'm only side one. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want more videos, if you want a binder update, if you want sneak peeks to decks that I haven't completed, or if you want certain cards, just please put them in comments. Thanks.